welcome back to my channel. I'm Cleopatra Charlie, and first of all I would love to apologize for not posting a video last week. But in today's video, our question is, am I too young to be used by God? And the answer is no. We're going to look at the stories of Joseph, David, and of Jeremiah. So what they all had in common was that they started their journeys with God at a very, very young age. So let's first look at the story of Joseph. Joseph started having dreams of his future at the age of 17. He was sold by his brothers. He became a slave, and then he became in charge of Potiphar's household. He was in prison for something that he totally did not do. And while he was in prison, he started interpreting dreams, and he got to interpret the dream of Pharaoh and eventually became the ruler of Egypt. Secondly, David. So we all know the story of David and Goliath. David was used by God to kill Goliath, who was the Israelites' biggest challenge. But that's not all that he killed. David also killed a lion and a bear, which was a threat to his father's flock. And then thirdly, Jeremiah. So Jeremiah was sent out by God to speak and to stand up against nations and against kingdoms at a very young age. And he was so young that he doubted himself. He said, "Oh, sovereign Lord, I can't speak for you. I'm too young." The Lord replied, "Don't say I'm too young, for you must go wherever I send you and say whatever I tell you. And don't be afraid of the people, for I will be with you and I will protect you. I, the Lord, have spoken." And that's in Jeremiah 1, verse 6 to verse 8. So how many of us young people are Jeremiahs? How many of us think that we are way too young to be used by God? You see, many chose to spend their youth lives, their youth years rather, in some because they think that they are way too young to take Christianity serious. And I was a Jeremiah too when I started this YouTube channel. When God called me to start this YouTube channel, I started doubting everything. I started doubting myself. I said, who's gonna want to listen to God through me? Who's gonna want to listen to what God has to say through me? Who's gonna want to listen to the teachings that I have to give out, that God is sending out to his people through me? But like Jeremiah, God reminded me that he reminded me not of my age, but of the one within me, the one that does not look at the age, but the one that looks at the heart, the one that does not look at the mistakes and the sins and the faults, but the one that looks at the blood that was shed on the cross. And guys, if you are out there and you are doubting what God is calling you for, because you feel that you just can't, you are too young, and maybe not only young in age, but also young in Christ. If you feel that you are just too young in Christ, well, God is saying to you today, look, I have put my words in your mouth. Today I appoint you to stand up against nations and against kingdoms. What really stood out for me in the story of Joseph and David and Jeremiah was the relationship that they seem to have with God. They seem to have a very close relationship with God, because it must have really taken a close relationship for one to have so much faith. Joseph, he was so faithful that he stood firm against temptations. David, he was so faithful, or he was full of faith, that he went and he faced a giant that everyone else was scared of. And Jeremiah, he went out there, guys, and he spoke words that were not so appealing to people. He spoke words that some felt they were too offending. And why? Because he was full of faith. So guys, it's not age and that determines, not age that determines who God uses, but it's the relationship and the faith that one has, and of course it's also his purpose for your life. Thank you guys for watching. Please don't forget to like this video if you learned something, subscribe and click the notification bell so that you don't miss any of my next videos. Also guys, follow me on Instagram at Cleopatra_Charlie and on my Facebook page at Cleopatra Charlie. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys on my next video.